Yo, 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 yo. Stuck in traffic, man. Hit that like button. The OTF jam antics online is going to be used against him in court. I'm Durk lawyer. I will use his Instagram antics to strike his credibility on that thing. I'm sure the feds reaching out to him, telling him stop that shit. Yeah, but he's not going to be it's amazing how, like, the feds and law enforcement, if they want a person bad enough, man, they gonna take whatever they can get. That's how you had Woody on as the star witness for the YSL case. They had to know that Woody wasn't gonna be a good witness. They had to know. Just like the federal government have to know that Jam is not going to be a good witness. And what I mean by good witness, because to me, any kind of witness is a bad witness when your life is on the line. You feel me? But you got a such thing of good witnesses and you got bad witnesses. A good witness is going to get on that stand, give a detailed account of the events, not get tripped up, and they're going to get off the stand. A bad witness, like OTF Jam, is going to be argumentative. He's going to get frustrated. He's going to get aggravated. There's going to be times where they're going to have to take a break because he's not going to be able to conduct himself in a civilized manner. Why should I tell you? Remember, I told y'all Woody was going to do what he was going to do before I even knew who Woody was. Based off of videos I seen Woody, interviews I seen Woody have online, I knew the kind of witness he was going to be. He was going to put on the show. OTF Jam going to do the same thing. When I say put on the show, I ain't saying like he funny, because I ain't think nothing Woody did was funny. I mean put on the show like I just explained. It's going to be argumentative. He's going to get frustrated. He's going to talk back. Fuck around, cuss a few times. Whenever you got a witness like that, that's already borderline, that's on edge, as a defense attorney, all you trying to do is push him a little bit more. If he already on the edge, all you want to do is knock his ass down. You're quite damn. He said, why didn't I keep him locked up? Man, that nigga might be locked up. Don't nobody know for real. He probably had witness protection. You never know. His life could have been in danger while he was locked up. Somebody probably could have found out where he was at. But they had to move. You never know. But I think more than likely he's the star witness in this case. He basically admitted it. Said he gonna do something that Sammy the Bull ain't never did. He gonna drop his location. Like, you can see how he acts online. What's up, kid, babe? JB. You can see how he acts online, and that's gonna give you a clear understanding or a clear depiction of what he's gonna be on that stand. I'm telling you. Get ready. And I think the feds are so thirsty to make an arrest on Durk that they're willing to take whatever they can get. Whatever they can get, they're going to take it. I think if they had an option, I don't think Jam would be the ideal witness. The Jam is going to give him a hard time. And with those type of witnesses, you know, the gangster rat, he can change his mind and let me give him over. Any given moment, he can change his mind and say, you know what? I already pled guilty. I'm just going to do whatever time they said they're going to give me. But I don't think Jam's going to do that, though. You know, that is the thing with those type of witnesses. I don't think he's going to do that because I don't think Jam gives a fuck. I think Jam doesn't like Durk. I think Jam was one of them niggas that'd be around you the whole time and never liked you. Because I think Jam thinks that he deserves the money based off of what he done in the street. You know, you got a lot of niggas like that. A nigga make it out the neighborhood, niggas be looking at him crazy, like how the fuck yo make it? He ain't even built like that for real. I think that's how Jam views Lord Durk and the guys that surround him. Because he older than them niggas. He older than them niggas. So he was hanging around Durk, and I don't think he necessarily fucked with him. That's why it wasn't hard for him to pull his movie pull. You know, once the walls closed in on him. But when you get on that stand, and what I was ready to say was, as a defense attorney, when you got a witness like that, your sole purpose is to come after his credibility. The more angry he get on that stand, the better. You want that nigga mad. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all gonna see how you feeling in that car. Man, you want that boy angry, man. You want to confuse him. You want to put words in his mouth. You want to ask him the same question 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I'm telling you how you doing. That's how you do those type of guys, man. Are we clear? Are we clear, y'all? That's how you do them type of niggas. Keep asking him the same question. So he can say something like, I already answered that. Then ask him again. Wait till say until yeah, hell yeah. You're not gonna get no, but they can plead guilty though. Like typically what happens, like how them boys that snitching on Big U, you know, they both got cases too. The producer and Big Dale. What they typically do is keep postponing their sentence until their testimony, until they fulfill their obligations of testimony. That's what they do. They gotta give them a court date. You know, they can't just have them sitting without no date. But what they do is they just keep postponing. Every time you get a postponement, they're gonna postpone theirs. Their court date has to be after yours. But I think Drew Fallon and them is gonna have a field day with y'all. Field day. He got anger issues. He got an attitude problem. He trying to prove himself. Like, yo, you a rat, bro. You're a rat. Told. So why are you online with all this gangster shit? Obviously, you don't want to go to jail. Or maybe it was just that he ain't like Durk. You know, his hatred for Durk was that deep, the way as though he just wanted Durk to go to jail. Too. You know what I mean? It's sad, yo. Like, I swear, that Durk situation, I don't like it. I don't like it, man. Because Durk, from what we seen, looked out for them. But that man ain't supposed to be told on, man. Or implicated in any crime. That man ain't supposed to be told on. Ain't like he was on no young thug shit. You feel me? They was looking out for them boys, man. All them boys got lawyers. Boys ain't got no public defenders, but let you know they had some money. The niggas in OTF wasn't broke. And they might ain't had Durk money. They might want millionaires. But them niggas got money to get a federal lawyer, which probably at least costs $100,000 on the low end. You talking about a high profile murder for hire case in the face? Yeah. At least $100,000. All them boys got attorneys. It's just one of them situations where you gotta watch who you bring around, y'all. Everybody can't go, y'all. Everybody can't make the cut. Durk problem was, I think Durk wanted to surround himself with a certain type of individual. And he was recruiting these niggas from everywhere through Chicago. Shouldn't have been doing that. Like, I think he was actually grabbing niggas based off of words of other niggas. Oh man, you need to go fuck with Jam. I think Jam was his D-thing homeboy. So the fucked up thing about Jam's situation is he only probably brought Jam on because he thought that once he came home, if D-thing was still alive, D-thing would have brought him on. So he probably did that shit in his mind as a favor for his brother. And this nigga wound up fucking you over. But yeah, I would. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. I can't believe the federal government putting their case in his hands. Now I'm sure they probably got other people. But I think he was the start of the investigation. Which means he's gonna be the star witness. And if I'm on the defense, my core focus would be to rattle y'all. I want him to look like he's crazy on the stand. You understand what I'm saying? Because his story could be airtight. You know, as far as how his sequence of events, how everything played out, it could be airtight and it can match with the evidence. So when you got a witness like that, who was supposed to be there, the only way you discredit that witness is you come after his credibility. You come after his character. Make his character a question. And I think that's what they're going to do with y'all. And I think he's going to put on a performance. Similar to like what Butter did when he got on the stand. Butter was cussing on the stand. All type of shit. That's why that O-Block case is going to get overturned. Eventually. I think they're trying to see what happens with Durk case first. Before they do the inevitable in that O-Block case. Because I think it's obvious at this point that case is getting overturned. I think it's just a matter of when. You know what I mean? I think it's just a matter of when. If it don't get overturned on, I'm talking about O-Block. If it don't get overturned on motion for acquittal, it's gonna get overturned in the appeals court. But yeah, yo, I would come after that credit. I would come after that boy's credibility vigorously. Look, he just was talking to who he was talking about? It's the little kid that looked like Stuart Little with the glasses and shit. The little rapping kid from Chicago. He just was talking about him, so he beat the shit out of him. And niggas know not to play with me. I just be like, yo, how you going that hard, my nigga? You couldn't even take your case, bro. Like, that's the easiest thing to do, yo. Like, you talk all that gangster shit, you couldn't even take your case, my nigga. Yeah, Barnard 1700. Yeah, that's his name. Hey, what's up, Run It Up? Don't he look like Stuart Little a little bit? Hello, Stuart Little, good motherfucker. But yeah, though, man. God damn it. But the reason I don't be buying no phone cases, yo, is because these motherfuckers be switching my trucks out. Motherfuckers keep touching shit. But yeah, though, y'all gonna see. Remember I said it. Remember I told y'all. Expect a show when Woody get, not Woody, when OTF Jam get on that stage. It's gonna be a show, man. I'm telling you. He gonna be the gangster snitch you probably ever seen on that motherfucking stand. Or he might buck. That's what I'm saying. Like, either way, it's gonna go bad. If he buck, or if he get on that stand, it's gonna go bad either way. Cause I'm telling you, them type of niggas is indecisive, yo. They indecisive. And it just shows desperation whenever the state or the feds is willing to put their whole case in the hands of this type of person. Oh man, they give me a call. You know I ain't nowhere near where I'm supposed to be. Oh
no. Distracted.
Yeah, yo, it just shows that. Fucking OTF Jam. Out here threatening niggas. I'm out on bond. Dropping locations. Man, I would bring all that shit to court. All that. Yeah, look at this nigga. Is this you that run this OTF Jam page? Can you explain these messages? Direct attempt to discredit that man. Assassinate that man's character. I'm telling you, that's going to be the defense. Because if he was there, he got all the details. So you really can't come at him as far as his story. You got to come at this credibility, man. Why are you doing this? Boy, I got caught with a gun, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You got to come after that man's credibility, man. And I think it's a lot to question when you're dealing with a nigga like yo. It's a lot to question. His whole criminal history gonna come into question. But I had no robbery charges. Hey Alvin, the OTF Jam got any robbery charges? He ever been charged with robbery? Oh, bluffing ass nigga. I hate a rat, yo. I do not like street rats. I swear I don't, man. It's one of the worst things you can do, yo, is tell on a motherfucker. Like, yo, that hurt. Especially when you get told on by a nigga you trusted. It's a hurtful feeling, man. I'm trying to tell you. Because a lot of times, it blindsides you. You know, you out here doing whatever you're doing, living your life, and next thing you know, you get a knock at the door. Do, open up. It's the police. Everybody get on the ground. Open up, when we coming in. Like, what the fuck? You ain't been booked or nothing. Whole time, your motherfucking homeboy, they put the police on you because this bitch ass got caught with a crack pipe. Cause yo, niggas tell on you for shit like that, yo. Motherfucker got caught with a crack pipe and told all the plugs. Like, you dirty bitch. They was gonna give you a motherfucking one of them what's the called programs. He wasn't even ready to do no time for real. But Jam was facing have the time on that pistol. Man, you already know, run it up. Like, man, what the fuck? The worst feeling in the world, you get that knock at that door, man. Niggas banging all loud. Boop, 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 boop. Open up. That's what? Hell no. What you talking about? You had to break this bitch down. What you mean? Cause that shit, I mean, this bitch stashing shit. I ain't open the goddamn thing. Not yet. Yeah. You ready to open up. Nigga, you lost your motherfucking mind. Nigga, you better battle ram this bitch. Nah, though, yo. Like, yo, that shit fucked up, though, man. It's fucked up, yo. Fucking OTF jam, bitch ass. Out here trying to be a gangster. How you gonna be a gangster? What's the call say? Fuck that boy name is Davies. How you a gangster? You got arrested and told the people everything you knew. You told the people everything you knew, but you a gangster. Fuck out of here. Then you got a nigga booked. Then you got a nigga booked that was looking out for you, man. Going to betrayal what it is. He said, where's the proof? You know, the feds is doing a good job of protecting their witnesses. I think when it comes down to jam, the proof is nobody associated with him been denied it. You know what I mean? You would think after all this time, it'd have been a family member, a girlfriend, a cousin, a brother, somebody close to him would have said, yo, he ain't do that. And he also got taken off the OTF page. That's a telltale sign too. He's not on the official OTF page on Instagram. Jam not on there no more. Jam ain't on there no more. He took him off the page. Oh shit, I ain't going there. I'm going to the other spot. I need to be donated water. If you want to, you know, I take donations, hit the cash app. Fuck boy. Hit the cash app. Send vitamin waters. No, I think when it come down to team, fuck it is, nigga. Got my man Turn in the building. Hey yo, yeah, a loyalty betrayal. You know, sometimes you just gotta use, you know, you gotta use your I don't want to call it common sense, but use what you know about the system and what you know about the streets to make a determination on some of these situations. You know, everything ain't always gonna be black and white, especially in this day and time. Like, I think the most telltale sign, you know, cause it took me a minute for me to say Jam was tough. But after like a year of nobody coming out and standing up and taking up for y'all, oh yeah, that boy tough. Then like I said, him being taken off the OTF page was another sign. That probably was the biggest sign. Yeah, hell yeah. Boney Mo? Why you think Boney Mo tough? Boney Mo, that's the one that got booked for the drug charges, right? I don't think Boney Mo, I don't know. You never know. You know, ain't they one of Durk Day One homeboys? I don't think Boney Mo tough. I think it'll be Jam more than anything. Because a lot of, cause this is another thing too, and this is how this shit normally go. Jam was D-Thing homeboy. So chances are he don't even have the same level of respect for Durk. He probably look at Durk as a law nigga. So he don't mind telling on him. He ain't my homeboy anyway. You feel me? I just use, you know, my logic, street logic, and my experience of how shit go. Who ain't got no OD? Boney Mo? know why I wouldn't say it's Boney Mo? Because Boney Mo just got locked up. He just got locked up. Normally when a nigga get bagged and the motherfucker tell him, the nigga already in jail. Boney Mo got locked up after, and they're not gonna arrest him, release him, and then arrest him again. No, it don't normally go like that, loyalty betrayal. It don't normally go like that. Look at real, man. Holy say. What you been at, real? Yeah, hell yeah. You know, sometimes it take a minute to get an update. What's up, man? Can't complain. Yeah, sometimes it take a minute to get a release date. It depends on when you look. You know, they gotta do them calculations, and you know your release dates change all the time too. Like when your release date's gonna change a few different times, especially if you're in there working and shit. Typically get one release. I think I knocked like 8 months off of my sentence from working. Like 8 months off that bitch. So you think it's Boney Mo? I can't see Boney Mo doing that to Durk, man. Like I said, he just got booked. He just got booked. Like I know with my case, right? The dude that told on us, that nigga ain't never come home. Yeah, man. Yo told, and they kept postponing. He pled guilty, but he never got sentenced. He just pled guilty and shit. He ain't get sentenced to after we copped out and all that shit. Then he finally got sentenced. But that nigga was sitting like a year and a half, 2 years, guilty, with no court, with fucking no sentencing date. He wore a wire. Where you get that shit from? Say he wore a wire? A wire? I'm gonna have to pull that up. I'm almost at the house. Wearing a wire is crazy, man. Let me get some black and miles, bro. Give me 3 ounce. 3. Like where does it sit at? People.
6-7.
Yeah, I did. I did go to jail for jaywalking. How you know, y'all? You was in there? You was in there when I got locked up for jaywalking? You was in the ball pen with me? Thanks, man. Oh yeah, I went to jail for jaywalking a few times. Now I'm from Baltimore, so they don't really fuck with you for that shit. So, but when you go to DC or some of them other cities, that shit is a crime. They lock you up for it. So I ain't know. I mean, I wasn't aware the law changed, so. Like, no, I ain't never been locked up for jaywalking. Yeah, I'm not a nigga that go to jail a lot. Like I ain't never. I had 2 years where I got locked up like 4 times, and I ain't been locked up since. Like I'm not one of them niggas that's in and out of jail and shit. Like keep going back. I don't know. I did one bit. I got locked up at 19 for a case that happened when I was 18. And then the process of that, from 18 to 20. I might have got locked up like 4 times, maybe 4 or 5 times. But I ain't been locked up since. I'm a smart nigga, man. No dumbass. That be dumb niggas that keep going back to jail and shit. I'm a smart criminal. You feel me? I ain't no dumb criminal, man. Yeah, I ain't no dumb criminal at all. Yeah, holla at me. I just can't see Boney Mo doing at the Durk. Boney Mo, that's the one. What the fuck my son keep calling me for? I'm ready to pull up to the house. So, well, I'm not a criminal no more. Do I look like a criminal? Working like a motherfucker. But when I was engaged in criminal activity, definitely wasn't no dummy. Definitely wasn't no dummy. Like I said, if a motherfucker ain't snitching my case, I don't think that shit would have ever got solved. You gotta remember, I caught my time. I got locked up 2 years after the situation. That motherfucker was down there cold. That motherfucker down there was a cold case. You know what I mean? Motherfucker get talking too much and shit. But yeah, I wasn't gonna get locked up for that shit, man. They're not the same person? Man, Chicago be killing me with that shit. All the Munners and Booney Moes and I be thinking they all the same fucking person. Hold on, man. You see, niggas online in here, you thinking everybody that ever engaged in criminal activity stupid. No, yo, but that's just the people they decide to put the camera in front of. It's a lot of niggas that got put up in the streets that's very intelligent. Yeah, man. Very intelligent. Everybody not dumb, bro. So, yeah, they be killing me in Chicago, man. But everybody got the same name and shit. Mana and Boona. I don't know how to differentiate them niggas. Everything they all the same person. Everything they all the same person, man. Be honest. I just don't like this Durk situation. I just don't like it. They ain't supposed to take down niggas that's making sure we all eat. You know what I mean? We making sure we all eat, and your motherfucking ass. Come on, tell on the nigga. Yeah, they know who's snitching because they got their discovery. They definitely know who telling. By now, Yeah, they know who time. They got there at the time. You gonna shut your ass up? But yeah. Yeah, yo. Fuck yeah, yo. Like, that's sickening, man. That's sickening, yo. But that's how you know that it was hate involved. It was jealousy. Because he ain't had no reason to tell on that boy, man. He did time before. You feel me? The man did time before. So it shouldn't have been a fear of jail. The man overly looked out for you, gave you bread, put you in position. Why you telling that man, yo? I mean, why you implicate that man's name in the crime, man? Why you implement that man's name in the crime, yo? That's what leads me to believe he ain't never respect him. He probably wanted to, he wanted to be the man. Yo probably hated the fact that Durk was looking out. I told y'all there's people like that, y'all. It's people, yo, that will accept anything you give them, but don't like you. Be around you every day. Call you every day. Yo, what we doing? You coming out? Yeah, man. And don't fuck with you. Like, it's crazy. The whole time they wishing they looking at you in disgust. Like, yo, bitch ass. Yeah, man, you get a nigga 50,000, yo take that as disrespect. But he gonna take the money though. He ain't giving no money back. He gonna say thank you and all that, man. Just my man, yo, my brother, I love you. In the back of his mind, I'm like, yo, bitch ass, yo think he doing something. Shit, if I had the money, I'd have gave a nigga 100. For real. That's how niggas be. Some fucked up people out here in this world, man. And when you're not a fucked up person, or you never ran across these type of people, you think that shit not real or it don't exist. Nah, man, it's some fucked up people out here, man. For real. Yeah, man. Give a nigga 50 in his mind like shit. If I had nigga counting your pies down and know what you got for real. If I was worth 30 mil, I'm gonna give a nigga 100,000. No, good and goddamn well, you ain't never gonna be worth 30 mil. So it's easy to say. You feel me? It's easy when you know you ain't never be worth 30 mil. When you around a nigga that's worth 30 mil, it's easy to say what you would do if you was in this person's shoes. But in reality, you'll never be in this person's shoes because you don't need to deserve it. A lot of people, y'all, especially like in that world, nigga think street shit determines your value, your worth. Like a nigga like Jam will look at Durk and he look at Durk like his Lord man. And I done did this, I done been in jail, I done did time, I done shot niggas, I done robbed niggas. But he got the bag. You feel me? Like, yo, hold the fuck up, yo. He don't, that should be my money. I don't want to really put the work in. I don't want to really got us the name. How the fuck yo got the bag? And then make it their duty to motherfucking take that bag from you, man, no matter how they gotta do it.
Yo, the same nigga telling on Durk is probably the same nigga that dropped that location and got his house home invaded. Probably. I would say it's a chance. You know what I mean? The same nigga that's telling is probably the same nigga that dropped the low and sent them boys at Durk house, man. Because it all lines up. It's all fuck shit. It's all clown behavior. You know what I mean? It's all hate, envy, jealousy. Jealousy will have your man trying to kick your door in. Jealousy will have your man snitching on you. Like that's a lot of times that shit jealousy, man. Shit jealousy, man. Probably did. That should be crazy. It been slow as shit today at work, y'all. So y'all know what I do when they go slow. Take my ass in the house. You hear me? I set out this bit. I want to go live and talk about Big Psych and Aunt Glizzy. But I'm going to do that on a whole separate live. Even if I don't get to it today. Yeah, 50 did an interview. Yeah, it's always somebody you know to do some shit like that. I'm sure Durk wasn't loose with his address. Everybody ain't know where yo was at. Durk know one of his homeboys did it. But I'm willing to take a step further and say it might be the same homeboy that's snitching. You know what I mean? Might be the same homeboy that's snitching, y'all. Because it's jealousy. You know what I mean? Nigga was jealous, man. This nigga flying. This nigga fucking bad bitches. He married. He taking care of his kids now. Look like he got everything. We from the same area. Look like he got everything in a row. You know, all systems a go. Shorty doing great. And we came from the same environment and I ain't got shit. Even though he'll look out for me. If I call yo, he'll give me anything I want. But the problem is I don't like calling yo. He should be calling me. It'll be that deep with some people, man. For real. And that thought process alone to have a nigga snake you, man. That thought process alone. No, I fuck that. It don't matter that he look out. It don't matter that he look out. The problem is he is looking out. That's actually the issue. Like, yo, niggas will make an issue out of anything. It'll be an issue if you ain't looking out. And you got the rare breed of fuck boys that'll make it an issue that you is looking out. Like, niggas, that should burn some niggas up. Nigga, make a whole story up. Yeah, I hit you. Told y'all, people will make a beef. People will literally make a beef up. Like, it don't gotta be no issues. Nigga find a reason to beef with you. Yeah, that was crazy yesterday how Kodak, that judge in Kodak Black case said exactly what I was saying the other day about you don't fight the case at the bail hearing. And how most judges don't even want to hear no details of the case during the bail hearing. And we already know he playing not guilty. He brought that shit a couple days ago. Yo, late. Let's see. Seth
I've been seeing this all over your timeline, and not for sure if everyone knows what it is, but Netflix is a joke. The Weekend Happened in LA is considered one of the largest comedy festivals in North America. So they have over 350 live events, from stand-up acts, special events, podcast recordings, and they bring the biggest names in comedy out. I've been seeing things of like Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, Kevin Hart's there. I saw Donnell Rawlings. They did a brunch yesterday for all of the comedians, and there's a video of like,
yo, how can I slow my video down, yo?
all of the biggest comedians. I gave the video to Jess, and I'm like, just name who you see in this video, because there's so many names.
Yeah,
but a lot I feel like this year a lot of people are paying more attention to it. I think it's because
Like I done sped it up somehow. I don't know how to slow it back down.
we've been loving on our comedians a little bit more this year. But
Eddie Murphy, Linnell, Nate Jackson, the Asian dude that be with Theo Vaughn, I don't know his name, my bad. Matt Rife, Earthquake, Donna Rollins, Miss Pat, Dion Cole, Wanda Sykes, and it's like a bunch of other people because in a video where Donnell was panning, he's moving pretty quick, but it's like a few other legends.
Adam Sandler.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like it's moving so quick, but it's all of them in one little setting.
Yeah, I saw an article. Seth Rogen, there was an event I guess that he did, and the Daily Beast was there. And at the event, he was talking about the fact that he feels like Kanye West shouldn't be able to make a comeback. And what he's referring to is the fact that there were reports that Dave Chappelle was doing like a small set, and during the small set, he brought Kanye West on stage, and Seth Rogen is basically saying Kanye shouldn't be being brought on stage and shouldn't have a #1 album right now because of all the anti-Semitic remarks. So I saw that pick up in the Daily Beast as well too, and that was an event from Netflix. It's a joke as well, but yes.
Well, that's his opinion, but you can't
Yo,
control
how
it.
the fuck do I slow this down, y'all? Loyalty betrayal. Why the fuck is my Instagram moving in fucking fast mode? I don't even know how that happened.
What people still like.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that can be your opinion that, he may not be able to make a comeback, but
Oh,
people
appreciate it,
decide
Edward.
that.
Yeah, that's his opinion. And if Kanye, he apologized, right? And
He's still
I'm not sure
apologizing.
if people accepted his apology, but he did apologize. And people always say when somebody apologizes, you give him grace. And he's what?
You're right, but here's the thing, everybody doesn't have to accept your apology, and everybody doesn't have to cancel.
I swear, I love when these white guys make them niggas apologize. I used to didn't like it. Now I love it. I ain't gonna lie. I think Kanye West need to apologize some more. Man, appreciate it, Creek Boys. Man, straight up. Yeah, straight up, man. Man, free the voice, man. But yeah, yo, I think Kanye West hasn't apologized enough. For real, yo, like, yo, because, man, and I always say this is what the fuck they get. This is what you get for playing the game. You know what I mean? It's either this or Dame Dash. You know what I mean? Like, Dame Dash refused to play the game. He refused to play the game. I salute Dame Dash for that. Y'all rather not play the game and be respected than play the game and be taken advantage of. And when you got guys like a Kanye who plays the game, then they run the game on him. Now they making him apologize to get back into the game. Man, fuck that. I love it. Keep making his ass apologize. He should never played. Just like with Boosie and Vlad. Like I talked about yesterday. I think Vlad is exposing himself, because on multiple occasions he called Boosie a friend. And now we're saying that he wasn't. Matter of fact, look at this video. Look at this shit right here with Vlad. I was like, wow. What video was that I watched earlier? When he was talking about, I think was it a Bob and Blake video? Where he was talking about how him and Boosie has a great working relationship. I said, oh shit. A working relationship? What is this video? I say, damn, boy. Now it's just a working relationship. This is the same thing that Adam did to Brick Baby. Remember when Brick Baby got booked? And Brick Baby was reaching out to Adam for bail money and lawyer money and shit like that. And Adam was like, I thought we was, he's something like a friend. I said, oh, dang, that's a new term for me. I never heard that term before. Something like a friend. I thought he was even a friend or associate. Like, I never heard the term something like a friend. You feel me? Like, it's either we friends or we ain't. But Vlad has proclaimed his friendship with Boosie on over the years on multiple different occasions, multiple different platforms. Now he fall out with Boosie. And it's just, we had a working relationship. But I like that he's doing that because We been telling niggas like Boosie that yo Vlad don't fuck with you. You keep going over there, bitch, talking about Vlad like a friend to you. Vlad don't fuck with you, man. Vlad fuck with the content, man. Yeah, I think Byron learned this lesson, man. Yeah, man, he learned this lesson. I think he conceded to the fact that he's wrong without actually doing it, because the last videos he did speaking on a situation where he didn't make absolutely no sense. I told you he put them on membership only. So I think he recognizes that he's wrong in that situation. Shit, the video that we watched yesterday with Kodak Black lawyer basically told him he was wrong. Yeah, man. I don't even know why he would even play with me like that on here, man. I think he just got too emotional. Yeah, man, he got too emotional and couldn't control it.
All right, here we go. Takashi 69. Yo, Vlad, start off. You're the first person. Today's May 4th, probably an hour away from May 5th. You're the first person to be on the natural. You know what I mean? Because a girl's like, no, babe, he just did this, he did that. They from a man, it's strange. From a girl, is like natural. You know what I mean? Because a girl's. So my thing is like, pocket watching fucks up a lot of shit, right? From a man, it's strange. From a girl, is like natural. You know what I mean? Because a girl's like, no, babe, he just did this, he did that. They fall in love with Instagram. For a nigga to do it, and especially a nigga that says he stands on principles, I'm just talking about Boosie, and that's your man's, but for him to pocket watch, remember, he's your boy. Like, he's been interviewing you.
Like, yo, this is crazy. Like, yo, this is what I'm saying. Like, this shows you that Vlad, he's exposing himself. And he's proving people like me right, who has been critical of Vlad, because no matter how the business went, no matter how the business went between you and Boosie, right? You said that was your friend. And if that was really your friend, like you said all these years, you wouldn't allow 6ix9ine to do this. Like, when Vlad was going through some of the hardships that he was going through, he was attaching himself to Boosie. You know what I mean? Boosie was like his motherfucking shield. You know what I mean? Boosie was like Vlad's shield. And it's just like now we realized it was all fake. It was fake for Vlad, and it was fake for Boosie. So they really both exposing their true character, Boosie included. Yo, Boosie exposed himself that he a sellout. He a sellout. Because Boosie seen the flaw in Vlad. Just like we all seen the flaw in Vlad. But just because Vlad was willing to pay Boosie, he overlooked it. Now, the flaw that we seen in Vlad is showing to Boosie, and now he upset, and now it's fuck Vlad, and I don't want major platform, hide, and da-da-da-da-da. Y'all know all the things that he said. But that just goes to show that, bro, if it's a dollar sign, that's attached to it, and they willing to pay you, you'll look the other way, my nigga. You know what I mean? If Vlad was raping the black community, right? If Vlad was raping the black community and was paying Boosie witnessed the rape and walked the other way. Don't intervene. Don't call the police. Don't do nothing. Just walk the other way. No matter how vile this is, because that's basically what he did. And that's the best way I can explain it. You watched Vlad rape the community, but since he was paying you, you looked the other way. Now Vlad is raping you, at least in your opinion. Now it was fuck Vlad. Nah, bro, that shit don't go that way, man. Like, I think both these guys exposed themselves.
How many years before? No, hold on, no, wait. Don't defend him. Before I
What's up,
interviewed you.
Sharice?
I interviewed with you in 2025. How many interviews? What year did he start?
Well, technically, our first interview was 20 years ago. So, but way before Vlad TV when I was doing DVDs. So,
all right,
2006 was the first interview.
Came off for this. He should have way more loyalty to you if it's fucking a century. You know what's a century?
It's 100 years.
Is it?
A decade.
No, a decade is 10 years.
Right, so 2 decades.
So 2 decades.
Yeah.
We were both wrong. I took facts. But listen, so my thing is, I think a century is 20 years. If I'm mistaken.
No, it's 100 years.
All right, it's 100 years.
Quarter
What the
century.
fuck is he talking about?
Quarter century.
Well, quarter century is
So
25
he
years.
should have
You
more
niggas
loyalty
stupid.
to you because at the end of the day, if he's been getting money with you, not 20 years, but maybe 5 years, 6 years,
Well, like 10
or
years.
4
So,
years.
so we started going, regular in 2016 after he got out of prison. And then for the last 10 years, we've been regular, like,
All right,
multiple
so-
times a year.
So just say, right, if he's been 10 years, Facts TV right here, best fucking shit in the world. If he's been with you for 10 years, just say he's done 1 interview. How many interviews would you say he do a year? 1?
Sometimes as many as 4.
4.
Yeah.
So 4 times 10
40. I mean, he's probably done
equals
maybe
40
maybe
times
30
25. Jesus Christ. So just for you to talk, can you see that, guys?
Right. Okay. But here's
No, wait,
the thing.
no, fuck that. Can you see that, guys? So just for him to fucking talk, right? Just for him to be fucking, speaking about whatever the fuck, you making $1 million off of this man?
Right. He's not making $1 million. So
Why not?
those numbers
In
went up
10
over-
years?
No. But he didn't
Nigga,
start out at
6'9"
25.
don't need no math.
He started for free.
Yo, dumb as a bitch. These niggas be stupid, man. Yo, it's basic math, brother.
And then we went to like a couple
Man,
thousand.
happy
long
Mother's
has he
Day
been in
too, man. What Mother's Day
25,000?
tomorrow?
Maybe
Sunday.
like a year. Before that, it was 20. Before that, it was 15, 10. We kind of built it up. As the views went up, the appearance fees went up.
Right.
My views have been good.
Let's check that out. I seen something happen in court earlier. I was trying to get to the part where Vlad said that him and Boosie had a good working relationship. Reached a verdict. I knew they was all gonna get found guilty though.
Personally carry, display, use, threaten to use, or attempt to use a firearm? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant was a member or an associate of a criminal gang during the commission of the offense? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant committed the crime for the purpose of benefiting, promoting, or furthering the interests of a criminal gang? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually possess a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually discharge a firearm? Yes. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 2. Victim Charles Jones, the defendant is guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder as charged. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant was a member or an associate of a criminal gang during the commission of the offense? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant committed the crime for the purpose of benefiting, promoting, or furthering the interests of a criminal gang? Yes. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 3. Victim Xavier Edwards, the defendant is guilty of attempted second-degree murder, a lesser included offense. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant personally carry, display, use, threaten to use, or attempt to use a firearm? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant was a member or an associate of a criminal gang during the commission of the offense? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant committed the crime for the purpose of benefiting, promoting, or furthering the interests of a criminal gang? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually possess a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually discharge a firearm? Yes. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 4. Victim Gino Norris, the defendant is guilty of attempted second-degree murder, a lesser included offense. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant personally carry the...
No, they facing a death penalty too. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Slave, use,
How
threaten
more?
to use, or attempt to use a firearm? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant was a member or an associate of a criminal gang during the commission of the offense? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant committed the
What's up,
crime for
Tom?
the purpose of
Don
benefiting,
Juan, what it
promoting,
is?
or furthering the interest of a criminal gain? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually possess a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually discharge a firearm? Yes. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 5. Victim Camilla Bentley. The defendant is guilty of attempted second-degree murder, a lesser-included offense. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant personally carry, display, use, threaten to use, or attempt to use a firearm? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant was a member or an associate of a criminal gang during the commission of the offense? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant committed the crime for the purpose of benefiting, promoting, or furthering the interests of a criminal gang? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually possess a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually discharge a firearm? Yes. So say we all, dated this 8th day of May 2026, jury number 157, CS, foreperson of the jury. In the state of Florida versus Davion Vershad Murphy, case number 24 CF 11996E, trial division 1, verdict form. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 1, victim Charles Jones. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder as charged. If during the commission of the offense, the defendant personally carried, display, threaten to use, or attempt to use a firearm? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant was a member or an associate of a criminal gang during the commission of the offense? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant committed the crime for the purpose of benefiting, promoting, or furthering the interests of a criminal gang? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually possess a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually discharge a firearm? Yes. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 2, victim Charles Jones, the defendant of conspiracy to commit murder, first degree, conspiracy to commit first degree.
That's somebody's mother back there. Look at her face. Disgusted. This the part of the game that a lot of rappers like to act like don't exist. And all this shit over rap songs, man. Like, yo, think about that, dude, y'all. Yo, I told y'all a minute ago, and it was spoken about in this case. Yo, this beef started by diss lyrics. Way before anybody was murdered. Diss lyrics, man. Beefing back and forth over tracks led to multiple deaths. Not the other way around. Like, that's how it goes when it makes sense. You know, people die first. And then it's diss tracks. Nah, y'all. This shit started with diss tracks first. And then niggas started dying. Now you got this. It's fucking crazy, man. Whole life is gone, yo. And all these dudes is young. Life is gone, short. Over nothing. Well, it's something now, you know, because it was, you know. But it started over nothing. Fucking diss songs. Shit is sad. Look at y'all. You're in the twilight zone right now. No. This Julio Foolios. Shorty is in the twilight zone right now, man. He probably don't need to hear nothing the judge saying. Once the judge said guilty, he probably ain't heard nothing since. The first guilty verdict read, that nigga mind been in a maze ever since. He ain't heard nothing else.
Murder as charged. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant was a member or an associate
none
of
of these
criminal
niggas
gang
tell.
during the commission of the offense? Yes.
And none of them tell.
Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant committed the crime for the purpose of benefiting, promoting, or furthering the interests of a criminal gang? Yes. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 3. Victim Xavier Edwards. The defendant is guilty of attempted second-degree murder, a lesser included offense. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant personally carry, display, use, threaten to use, or attempt to use a firearm? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant was a member or an associate of a criminal gang during the commission of the offense? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant committed the crime for the purpose of benefiting, promoting, or furthering the interests of the criminal gang? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually possess a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually discharge a firearm?
They go. So right now, since they all been found guilty, they're gonna have to have another hearing, a death penalty hearing, where they're gonna decide if they're gonna be sentenced to death or not. But this definitely is a death penalty case. Like the death penalty is on the line. But they're gonna have a whole nother hearing to decide if that's what they're gonna do or not.
Yes. Yeah. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 4. Victim Gino Norris. The defendant is guilty of attempted
Yeah. No, they're gonna cry. Yeah, I told y'all every person I ever seen catch life. And I done seen a few people catch life. They all cried. Every single one. I think I probably done seen 3 people catch life while I was locked up. Because I was up tossing on a red jumper tail. Like everybody had serious cases, murders, attempts. There's everybody was fighting cases that you can, not everybody, but it was a nice amount of people fighting cases that you can get a life sentence on. And every single person I seen catch life came back crying, yo. I don't know if they cried in the courtroom, but once they got to that motherfucking tail, oh man. And all you can do is look at them. That's it. Like, you can't console a person whose life just was taken from them. You feel me? Like, I know with me, I'm not going to say anything to him. Because what the fuck? Because I'm looking at it like, if I was to catch life, like, what the fuck can you say to me? Yeah, man, I don't want to hear it's going to be all right. Like, I don't want to hear, yo, you can file a appeal. Not now. You feel me? Like, at this point, I fuck around, just want to go to sleep. You feel me? Go in my cell, go to sleep, and hope this was a fucking nightmare. But it's not, it's reality. And it gets to a point where you're going to have to face that reality. Yeah, man? It's fucked up, yo. It's fucked up.
A lesser included offense. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant personally carry, display, use, threaten to use, or attempt to use a firearm? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant was a member or an associate of a criminal gang during the commission of the offense?
No, this Tampa.
Yes.
This
Did
not
the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant committed the crime for the purpose of benefiting, promoting, or furthering the interests of the criminal gang? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually possess a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually discharge a firearm? Yes. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 5. Victim Camilla Bentley. The defendant is guilty of attempted second-degree murder, a lesser included offense. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant personally carry, display, use, threaten to use, or attempt to use a firearm? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant was a member or an associate of a criminal gang during the commission of the offense? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant committed the crime for the purpose of benefiting, promoting, or furthering the interests of the criminal gang? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually possess a firearm? Yes. And during the commission of an offense, did the defendant actually discharge a firearm? Yes. So say we all, dated this 8th day of May, 2026, jury number 157, as for person of the jury.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. All right, members of the jury, I'm now going to ask you all the same question. I'm going to ask you if this was your true and correct verdict.
Yeah, I'm to the other niggas.
So I'm going to call you by your juror number and your initials. All right, juror number 9, initials DM. Is this your true and correct verdict? Juror number 16, initials AM. Is this your true and correct verdict? Juror number 19, initials LY. Is this your true and correct verdict? Yes. Juror number 24, initials WW. Is this your true and correct verdict? Yes. Juror number 32, initials CRP. Is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 47, initials AM. Is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 49, initials CG. Is this your true and correct verdict? Yes.
Juror number 78, initials AC. Is this your true and correct verdict? Juror number 142, initials TL. Is this your true and correct verdict? Juror number 157, initials CS. Is this your true and correct verdict? Juror number 158, initials JH. Is this your true and correct verdict? And juror number 167, initials JE. Is this your true and correct verdict? All right, very good. So, as the jury has found the defendants guilty of first-degree murder, this means we will proceed to the penalty phase. We're going to start that Monday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, all right? So you all have not yet been discharged from your service as a juror. So, therefore, you are not to discuss anything with anyone about this case. You're not to do any independent research. You're not to read, listen to, watch any news accounts related to this case. And then we will be done by Friday, next Friday, May 15th. So what I've been told from the attorneys as far as a proposed schedule, the case will get to you either Thursday or possibly Friday morning, Thursday afternoon or Friday morning for the penalty phase. Okay, very good. Thank you. We are concluded for today.
All rise.
Have a seat. So I just was looking through the aggravators, and I just want to make sure. As to Davion Murphy, it would be the contemporaneous felony, correct? And then great risk of death to many persons, CCP, and criminal gang member, correct? All right, and then those four would also apply to Isaiah Chance and Rashad Murphy, correct? No.
No, not the knowing great risk or the contemporaneous.
Okay, so I'm looking at Rashad. It would.
Now, I don't think Isaiah Chance actually participated in the murder. He might can, give some time back later on down the line. But all them shooters, niggas done. He probably still never coming home.
Convicted, great risk of death to persons, cold calculated, premeditated, and criminal gang member. Isaiah Chance is committed, cold calculated, premeditated, and criminal gang member. And Sean Gathright is a contemporaneous capital felony, great risk of death to many persons, and cold calculated and premeditated, right? Okay. I also noted that the state has sought an enhancement as to Davion.
I was just ready to say they gave them enhancements. They put enhancements on them. Yeah, they trying to kill him, man. I don't know. Those is enhancements they just read, wasn't it? Let me go back.
This for the contemporaneous.
Isaiah would be the contemporaneous.
I think they just put enhancements on them boys, man.
Have a seat. So I just was looking through the aggravators, and I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
As to Davion Murphy,
aggravating circumstances.
It would be the contemporaneous felony, correct? And then great risk of death to many persons, CCP, and criminal gang member, correct? All right, and then those four would also apply to Isaiah Chance and Rashad Murphy, correct? No.
No, not the knowing great risk or the contemporaneous.
Okay, so I'm looking at Rashad. It would be the contemporaneous conviction or previously convicted, great risk of death to persons, cold calculated, premeditated, and criminal gang member. Isaiah Chance is
might be satisfied with this.
Committed, cold calculated, premeditated, and criminal gang member. And Sean Gathright is a contemporaneous capital felony, great risk of death to many persons, and cold calculated and premeditated, right? Okay. I also noted that the state had sought an enhancement as to Davion Murphy for prison release reoffender, correct?
Judge, we did, but we did not file that indictment, which I think is now required.
Yeah, them boys life plus
So-
100-something years.
So that's not going to be part of the next. Okay, okay. All right, so 1 o'clock on Monday, we will reconvene. And state will
No.
obviously go first. And then I believe, Mr. Hernandez, did you say you had a witness that had to testify Monday?
No, I think that's, Ms. Spink.
Oh,
But I
okay.
have a question.
Yes.
Now, Your Honor, I found out this afternoon that my client's fiance, who was one of the witnesses listed, got arrested for violation of probation and is at the Duval County Jail. So I'm trying to, my mitigation specialist has been trying since about 3:30 to see if we can set up a Zoom.
Okay,
Would be the best situation.
That's fine.
I don't have an answer at this point. That's a concern. And then my doctor would like to be able to testify Tuesday or Wednesday.
okay, that's fine. All right, so then Ms. Finkelstein, you've got a doctor that needs to testify Monday,
I'm
correct?
not a doctor, but corrections,
Okay.
FBI is an expert who needs to testify Monday, so I'm happy to go first.
Okay, that's
And
fine.
state, we did talk, they agreed to 2 of our witnesses, we were able to depose, we depots over the break.
Okay.
While we were waiting, and they agreed to allow the Zoom so that we had kind of later notice for Zoom.
Okay.
So I guess I'll reach out to your assistant for a Zoom link.
Well, no, we'll just do the Zoom here,
Okay.
and then we'll have to depend on Deputy Martinez to get it all set up, but
Okay.
that's fine. So the bottom line is you'll be ready to go Monday with your witnesses?
Yes.
Okay, and then who's going to follow after Ms. Finkelstein? Mr. Petrides?
I also have a doctor that needs to go by Wednesday.
That's fine. So then I assume Monday, at least through Monday, we should get through Mr. Gafferett's witnesses, and then we'll begin Tuesday morning with your witnesses, and then next up will be,
I'm fine with following, but I might ask if I'm having an issue with the Zoom matter to be able to call that witness on Wednesday.
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't think Durk case is open. to
Okay,
cut this
very good.
shit.
See you all Monday morning at 1 o'clock. Not Monday morning, Monday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, I don't think Durk case is as open and shut. This case is open, man. Yeah, they did an awesome job of investigating. Like for real, like I can't take nothing from them. They investigated the shit out this case, man. They started with them cars and they just broke their way down. Started with them cars and broke their way down. I don't know. Hope Durk can find a way out. I don't want to see Durk go out like that. For real. Really don't. Where the fuck is that video at? Yeah, we was talking about Melly yesterday. That Melly situation, y'all. That's crazy how the fuck they did Melly. Yeah, we talked about Melly. You ain't said live from yesterday? No, yeah, Durk not facing the death penalty either. Yeah, they doing Melly bad, man. Like, real bad. Like, real bad. Melly case is gonna get overturned. Yeah, Melly case gonna get overturned, man. Yeah, but it ain't even about that. Like right now, he's still innocent. You know, you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Like Melly is still innocent right now. Like, there's no excuse for them to have that man locked up for 7 years when he's supposed to be presumed innocent. Like, he's not guilty, and they treating him real bad in that bitch, man. That man ain't had visits or phone calls since 2021. Like, Melly's gonna get out. Even if he is ultimately found guilty, he's gonna get out on constitution violation. Watch what I tell y'all. Y'all gonna see. Just remember who said it first. You know, 'cause you know how the internet like to do. Somebody else probably gonna copy it without giving credit. But yeah, he gonna get out on constitutional. Like, it's nobody didn't violate that man's constitutional rights. Straight up. They say these style of street shit. Hey. Yeah, but that ain't got nothing to do with. Yo, we don't know that. Yo, he hasn't been found guilty of that, Carl. Like, you know, we can say that's what he did. Yo, but the court says, you know, law, constitutional law is you're innocent until proven guilty. He's not being treated like an innocent man at all. Like, yo, the man been on solitary confinement since 2021, yo. 2021. That's 5 years. He hasn't had phone calls in 5 years outside of his lawyer. Like, yo, that's not, I don't even know how Florida getting away with that shit, yo. That's not legal, yo. Nowhere. Like, I don't know how Florida getting away with that shit. Yeah, and if he do go down, I'm telling you, he's coming back home on constitutional rights violation. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If he do go down, if he ultimately goes to court and get found guilty, he's going to give it back, and the case is going to be overturned because they violated constitutional rights. Watch. You'll see. You'll see. No, this ain't about Florida. This Supreme Court law. Whenever you start talking about constitutional rights, you talking about the Supreme Court. You know, it's over top of regular judicial state court. So they haven't sentenced the other guys yet? Sean Gayfright tried to escape. Y'all seen that? That nigga tried to escape. I don't blame him. I don't blame him, shorty. They try to get the fuck out of there.
Fuck up.
The crazy thing about it, yo was actually a good kid. Shorty wasn't a street kid. Shorty didn't live around none of them boys. He came from a good family, man, and got caught up in the mix. Yeah, but I'm saying, why they didn't show the other two? Oh yeah? I don't even know what that is. Rest in peace to you, though. Yo. Go try to get out of there. Nigga. What the fuck, yo? That's why they ain't got him cuffed. They mad as shit. What's up, Nick?
Out, bro. Out, bro. Bro, let me out, bro. Let me out.
They got a blanket. It must be cold in that bitch. That is what they do. Them rooms be cold. Them rooms be cold as a motherfucker, man. I'm surprised they gave him a blanket. Yeah, you got it on purpose.
Sit in that chair and don't move.
Okay.
Yeah, try the fuck out of there.
Here's the thing. That actually is a crime. Tampering with that device is a crime, right?
Yes,
It's a
sir.
felony, right?
Yes, sir.
It's third-degree felony. But he wasn't charged with it.
No, Your Honor, not to my knowledge. I couldn't say for certain. I never inquired.
Okay. So I don't know. I mean, it's got some probative value, but I'm concerned the prejudicial effect may outweigh the probative value, and I don't know if it's necessary to have all of that in with what the state's trying to convey. So back it up to about 2057-ish. Just back it up.
May I mute it, Your Honor?
The court bill. Okay? So, all right. Very good. Let's bring in our jury.
So they didn't sentence the other boy.
The name of
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Bait.
They probably need to offer them niggas no deal, man. Like, yo, when the state, see, that's why it's so tricky. That's why it's so tricky when you playing this game with them people, yo, because y'all know I was one of them people in a joint that everybody would come to, like, not everybody, but just the people that I knew would come to, like, hey, what you think about my case? Like, I was one of them niggas. You feel me? And like I told y'all, I always tell a person, I can't tell you what to do. I can tell you what I would do with this evidence, but I ain't never going to tell you what to do. You feel me? Like, I ain't going to look at you, read your paperwork and be like, man, I fight that shit. Nah, fuck no. You feel me? Because if you go to court and get hung, you ain't blaming me. You feel me? It ain't going to be my fault. Man, nigga Sean or whatever. Yeah, he told me. Nah, fuck no. You feel me? Like, you know, because it's all a gamble. And what I was going to say is the plea deal thing is tricky because if they got you, they ain't offering no plea. Like, off the rip. If they got you and really want you, they're not offering you no plea deal. You're going to have to fight that bitch. You know what I mean? And you just going to have to roll the dice. So, when plea deals come in effect, you had them people that say shit like, yo, say the charge carried 40. Yo, they only trying to give me 10. Yo, that mean they ain't got nothing. Sometimes. You feel me? Not all the time. You feel me? Because I done seen niggas roll the dice and crap out. I done seen niggas with deals come around. They talk about 15 years. Niggas be like, oh shit, I'm facing 80. They only talking 15. Yo, that mean they ain't got shit. I can fight it. And then they fight it and get found guilty and end up getting 40. You feel me? So it's a tricky game, yo, when you playing this game. That's why it ain't even a game worth playing. You understand what I'm saying? Because it can go either way. Now, there are times where they offering plea deals and they don't got nothing. But there is times when they offering plea deals and they just don't, you know, they just rather just do away with the case. But when you talking about a high profile case like this, man, ain't no plea deals. Like Durk and them, they're not offering Durk no fucking plea. They're gonna make Durk fight. Depending on the evidence. Like if they think they got a strong case on Durk, they're gonna make him fight. Now if they think the case is weak, they might throw out a deal. Look, man, 20 years. But don't ever think that just because, like, it's not 100%, is what I'm saying. Don't ever think 100% that just because they offering the deal, that means the case is weak. Nah, fuck no. Nah, hell no. You can go in that bitch and play the people if you want.
Initials CS.
Did the state of Florida prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant was a member or an
Oh, here
associate.
go the other dudes right here.
11996A, trial Florida versus Isaiah Jermaine Chance,
Here go the other
case
two
number
dudes right here.
24 CF 11996A, trial division 1, verdict form. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 1.
Dang.
Victim Charles Jones. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder as charged.
Yeah, yo, that shit tricky, yo.
Did the state of Florida prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant was a member or an associate of a criminal gang during the commission of the offense? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant committed the crime for the purpose of benefiting, promoting, or furthering the interests of a criminal gang? Yes. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 2. Victim Charles Jones. The defendant is guilty of conspiracy to...
Only way they was getting plea deals is if them niggas cooperated. And the case was so strong that they didn't even really need cooperation. But in order to make their case a little bit easier, they might have offered one of them a plea to cooperate against the others.
Commit first-degree murder as charged. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant was a member or an associate of a criminal gang during the commission of the offense? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt the defendant committed the crime for the purpose of benefiting, promoting, or furthering the interests of a criminal gang? Yes. So say we all, dated this 8th day of May. Foreperson of the jury, jury number 157, CS. State of Florida versus Sean Andre Gathright, case number 24 CF 11996C, trial division 1, verdict form. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 1. Victim Charles Jones. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder as charged. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant personally carry, display, use, threaten to use, or attempt to use a firearm?
Yo, so the girl that accused Stephon Diggs of strangulation, she ain't giving up, yo. She's saying that they withheld evidence. The state withheld evidence. She's saying she ain't a liar. So let's read this shit. So she said his manipulation didn't work on me. And tagged the other girl. You had an excellent performance. He came through you to get to me when he was not supposed to. Just know honestly. You know I didn't say those things to you. I was not okay. When I agreed to meet, I wanted an understanding of why. Instead, he says $100K for a statement his agent Odessa wrote and sent it to you, wanting me to recant my statement, to lie and say it didn't happen. If I didn't show up to court, I would have been a liar. I showed up and told my truth, still painted to be a liar. It was never about money. Yet before every court date, his team came calling with scare tactics. From day one, they made false statements. This was about finally standing up for myself. I've stayed quiet long enough, and I am not revengeful. What? And I'm not revengeful, but enough. Okay. I did not lie. He knows what he did. You know what he did. All y'all know what he did. Yeah, so she's saying she's telling the truth. And I guess these are text messages between all right, so the girl Zia, whatever the fuck it is, that's Cardi B stylist that Stephon Diggs was fucking too. That nigga crazy. I ain't reading this. This is probably some girl shit. I ain't no girl shit. She said, I'm leaving it alone after today. But replaying everything in my head, I told him I would deactivate my IG. Next, after the court stuff. He asked why. I just said I'm making a private page just for close friends. He was like, don't do that. What about your business? Zed knew what he wanted me to do. Just play bad. Make it clear to him, no amount of money will make me do some shit like that. Yo, but see, that's the thing, yo. A lot of people just pay money just to not go through the, the rigmarole of court. Just because a person settle a case, that don't necessarily always mean they guilty. Oh, he cried at the end, y'all? They all gonna cry when they get back to the tail. He played in everyone's face. He's a pathological liar. I told you he knew what it said before sending it to you. No amount of money going to make me lie. I couldn't even talk without going off. It's no telling how this will go now. He will go to any extreme for that ball. Sorry, he got to you, but I'm going to sleep. You got to have a conversation with him. Yeah, see, but this don't mean that he did those things. He probably just was trying, he probably just ain't want to go to court. So the girl said, I don't want to be delusional and trust in what he said to me. Whatever you get out of this, say reach out to him. Probably recorded me. I did not. Yeah, I ain't ready to read all this shit. He's a master manipulator. It was never any contention. So I don't know how it got here. Yeah, let it go, shorty. I don't think this shit happened. I ain't gonna lie. For real? They say he broke down. Yo, cause Sean was a good kid. He broke down at the very end.
Yes. During the commission of the offense, the defendant actually possessed a firearm. Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually discharge a firearm? Yes. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 2, victim Charles Jones. The defendant is guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder as charged. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 3, victim Xavier Edwards. The defendant is guilty of attempted second-degree murder, a lesser-included offense. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant personally carry, display, use, threaten to use, or attempt to use a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually possess a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually discharge a firearm? Yes. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 4.
Yo, they all gonna cry, yo. It hurts. You know your life is over at 20 years old. Yeah, yo, that shit hurt. You know? That's why you gotta make sure you're making the right decisions the first time, man. See, yo, but that drill rap shit is so disrespectful, yo. Like, you putting people in a tight spot, yo, when you do that. You got motherfuckers you don't know going around rapping about your dead family members and dead friends, and police probably antagonize you with the shit. Yeah, I seen that. You know, them boys ain't, they probably, more than likely, they ain't going to the same jail. They probably need to see each other in that bitch. So Sean Gates, he right here. Yeah, I seen that. think they're gonna hang that, so they're gonna have to stand on it. You know what I mean? Oh, there you go right there. They're gonna have to stand on it, yo. You know, sometimes in life you gotta stand on your decisions. Oh yeah, he breaking down right there. Oh yeah. Mm. Damn. It's like a funeral. Damn, sure. So, see, this what happens, though, yo. When you kill somebody, you ultimately killing yourself, too. Because going to prison for the rest of your life is death. You dead, yo. Just like Julio FOOLIO. Dead to the world. Dead to your family, your friends. But he should have been prepared for this. Even though, you know, it kind of hit different, you know, when it happens. But you should have been like, yo, you should have known this the whole time. Once they got their discovery, you should have known, yo, y'all wasn't beating this case, man. You wasn't beating it. Like, it wasn't even sloppy. That's the thing, bro. It wasn't sloppy. It was, yo, they made one mistake that fucked up everything. And that was driving them cars. They should have had stolen cars. If they'd have had stolen cars, they'd have never solved this case, y'all. They'd have never solved this case. The fact that they used cars that was associated to their names is what fucked up everything. I think that might be the only mistake they made. That was the only mistake they made. It just was a crucial mistake. You know, they failed to acknowledge, you know, license plate readers. And they got them bitches on the highway. So it's like, yo, once they got them cars, all they had to do was just investigate. Yeah, he used his mother car. It was father car. I think it was his father car. All they had to do was investigate after that, yo. They should have had stolen vehicles. If they'd have had stolen vehicles, they'd have never got caught. But once he got that evidence, you should have known, bro. Like, it wasn't no beating this. I know reality finally set in. You know, because you always want to be optimistic. No matter how it go. You know, you always want to have the mentality of, yo, I probably can. Yo, but you got to be real, too. You know, that's one of the things that, you know, you don't want to be delusional about any situation, especially not in no case like this. You know, it's good to be optimistic, yo, but don't be delusional, my nigga. Like, yo, the circumstantial evidence was way too heavy. Way too heavy. License plate readers. Motherfucking cell phone data. Card, like, it just, it was no way you was beating us. It was no way. Text messages. Instagram posts. Kenny Caps telling us. You know, he probably, anybody probably know about that. You know, he you know, but you know, he testified to the ongoing feud. I don't know what she did. I think she testified too. Ain't nothing nobody can do, bro. That's fucked up, because I'm sure his family there, they can't even touch him. Ain't no mother coming to console you, my nigga. You got to stand on that shit. Yeah, I mean, everybody cries that I seen catch life. I'm sure there have been some niggas that didn't cry. But you shouldn't be crying in there. You supposed to hold that shit, bro. Hold that shit till you get back. Cause you don't even want your family to see that. Like you want your family to believe that everything is good. Like you holding up well. You don't want your family to think that. Cause that's gonna worry them. Like you ain't even catch the time yet. You already crying. No, yo, that shit you supposed to say that shit till you got back to the motherfucking, at least the holding, the holding back there in the courthouse. You weren't supposed to cry in the court. You weren't supposed to cry in the court. But no, his jail ain't set him up. She ain't had nothing to do with none of that shit. Kenny Caps was communicating with them niggas trying to line them up after the shooting. I think Kenny Caps was a fat agent. I think all these rapper crews got fat agents in them. Young, they better trim some fat over that bitch. Cause I'm sure they got a fat agent running around with him too. I ain't crying in court either. Fuck no. I ain't crying in court. I'm sorry. I'm not. It ain't even no pride thing. I know what I did. I wasn't crying when I did it. I ain't crying in court. Now when I get back to my cell, that might be another thing. But I ain't crying in court. Fuck no. Nope. Ain't doing it. Touch K, we lost the war. As judge reportedly reinstates $4 million judgment in defamation case. She just can't stop talking about that girl.
I love, I swear to God. He's a good bankruptcy attorney, I promise.
Yeah,
but I was like,
funny.
Chad, listen to me. You don't know what you up against, bro. Listen. It's best you just go in and nod, okay? You don't say shit. You just nod, yes or no. Don't say nothing. Chad came out of court today for 3 hours and got his ass towed out the front. And I'm just looking at him. He's like, man. I said, what happened, Chad? He said, you got fined. I said, who got fined? You did. I was like, then he said, we did. I said, wait a minute, we. Hold up. We both got fined. He said, yeah, I got to pay 10% of your attorney fees. I said, what? Apparently, it was a shit show today in court. Nobody was prepared.
Shit,
it is what it is, okay?
That shit don't help with no penalty phase, bro. The people don't give a fuck about you, right? If you can go in that bitch dressed up like Louis Farrakhan, nigga, they still look at you dead in your eyes and say, life in prison. You feel me? That shit don't matter, yo. None of that shit matters, yo. Like, it's good, if you really have remorse to get it off your chest and apologize or do whatever you think need to be done. But that shit don't fucking matter, man. Them people still gonna max you out. Especially when you take them to trial. They're gonna max you out, man. That's what they do. They're gonna max you straight out. For real. I don't know why they be doing that. Yeah, they gonna go home and they gonna sleep comfortable at night after maxing you out. And see, the reason why you don't cry is because you don't even want to get them people nothing to talk about. I mean, because that's my thing. Like, you're not ready to be sitting over the dinner table talking about how you had this guy arrested for murder and he cried in the court and be laughing and joking about that shit. Man, fuck no. I'm going that bitch no matter how hurt I am. I'm gonna look at you dead in your face, head up, head held high. You feel me? Good and goddamn go well, I'm dying inside. You feel me? But I ain't gonna let you see that. Man, fuck no, you ain't gonna see that. Nope. You ain't gonna see that. I ain't gonna be the topic of discussion over the dinner table. Man, fuck no, man. I don't know. That shit crazy. But that's what happens, man. Niggas wanna be gangsters. This where gangster. This is the end. This is how gangster stories end. You know what I mean? This is how gangster stories end, man. And when niggas going to prison for the rest of their life and shit. I want to see what they got on Yellow Bees. Oh, this is what OTF Jam said. So what's the con? OTF Jam calls out Vaughn off 1700. Who said, man, for sure. Man, you for sure one of them rappers I would smack the shit out of. See, Jam don't even respect rappers. So he didn't respect Durk. Hey, look, right. It's a million out west niggas that know I ain't shit to play with. I really treat niggas like you, kid. You a rapper. Stick to that. You good at wordplay. Don't use my name for clout, little boy. It ain't smart. Real shit. Little goofy Vaughn off 1700. Don't let this situation fool you and have them glasses one place and you another. Chill. Man, I'm telling y'all, he is not gonna be a good witness on that stand. I'm telling you. He gonna be like this. He gonna be just like this. And if I'm the defense, my goal is to make him like this. My goal is to expose this side of y'all. The anger issues. You know what I mean? He basically admitted that he was the rat. Look what he said. Don't let this situation fool you. He basically admitted it right here, loyalty betrayal. Don't let this, what situation is he talking about? Yeah, here's Snake. Tell here's Snake. Yo, Durk should have never had that nigga around him, man. For real. He should have never had that nigga around him, yo. I don't give a fuck what type of gangster he was. Nigga, that nigga character flaw. That nigga character flaw. He probably did a whole bunch. I bet Durk sitting in that bitch right now. Or at least at one time or another. Think about all the stories he heard about niggas that's telling. And he like, damn. I should have fucking known that shit, man. Should have known you wasn't right. What he want? Told Charles White that shit. Shit. Charles White wouldn't play with James. Charles White's a clown, man. He one of the worst niggas on the internet. Yeah, but I'm still on the clock for real. Yo, let me call my coworker back. See what the fuck going on, man. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. So that way they keep what you need. And I'm out.